Hello world, I am Robinson Recalde and this is Introduction to HTML course. Thanks for watching EduPediaWorld.com. Hope you enjoy this course. Let's begin with today's lesson. First, what is the internet? Perhaps a lot of people may find this concept really hard to define. What's the internet? It sounds like something really big that we cannot explain, but inevitably we use it all day in all the ways possible. Like for example, we use it in our phones, laptops, tablets, cars, and now even in our watches. Well, the truth is that the concept of internet is rather simple. It's a worldwide collection of computer networks, a network of networks, sharing digital information via a common set of networking and software protocols. We must know now and forever that networks are not new to computers. What makes the internet unique is its worldwide collection of digital telecommunication links that share a common set of computer network technologies, protocols, and applications. Whether you run Microsoft Windows 8, Linux, Mac OS X, or even some old operating system like Windows 98, when connected to the internet, computers all speak the same networking language and use functionality identical programs, so you can exchange information with someone next door or across the planet. As you may know, you can exchange multimedia information, such as images, sounds, and videos. The common and now quite familiar programs people use to communicate and distribute their work over the internet have also found their way into private and semi-private networks. These so-called intranets and extranets use the same software, application, and networking protocols as the internet. But unlike the internet, intranets are private networks with access restricted to members of the institution. Likewise, extranets restrict access but use the internet to provide services to members. The internet, on the other hand, seemingly has no restrictions. Anyone with a computer and the right networking software and connection can get on the net and begin exchanging words, sounds, and pictures with others around the world, day or night. No membership required. And this is precisely what's so confusing about the internet. But you must know upfront that the internet is not well organized and it contains tons of information around all its services. Internet have now become a tool so powerful that some governments see the need to control it, which for the sake of the internet and its freedom is something anti-natural to the nature of the internet, of course. So now, let's stop to the other section. Okay, so how the internet was made. The internet began its existence in the late 60s as an experiment in the design of robot computer networks. The goal was to construct a network of computers that could withstand the loss of several machines without compromising the ability of the remaining ones to communicate. Funding came from the US Department of Defense, which had a vested interest in building information networks that could withstand a nuclear attack. The resulting network was a marvelous technical success, but it was limited in size and scope. For the most part, only defense contractors and academic institutions could gain access to what was then known as the ARPANET, which stands for Advanced Research Projects Agency Network of the Department of Defense. With the advent of high-speed modems for digital communications over common phone lines, some individuals and organizations not really tied to the main digital pipelines began connecting and taking advantage of the network's advanced and global communications. Nonetheless, it wasn't until the last decade, around 1993 exactly, that the internet really took off. Several crucial events led to the meteoric rise in popularity of the internet. First, in the early 90s, businesses and individuals eager to take advantage of the ease and power of global digital communications finally pursued the largest computer networks on the mostly US government-funded internet to open their systems for nearly unrestricted traffic. True to their academic traditions of free exchange and sharing, many of the original Internet members continue to make substantial portions of their electronic collections of documents and software available to the newcomers. Connected to the Internet wasn't as an easy task back then. Getting connected and using the various software and tools it were even available for the computers presented an insurmountable technology barrier for most people. And most available information was plain vanilla ASCII text about academic subjects, not the neatly packaged fare that attracts users to services such as America Online. The Internet was used to disorganize, and outside of the government and academia, few people have the knowledge or interest to learn how to use their canned software or the time to spend rummaging through documents looking for ones of interest. The Internet has made itself so available that it is now really rare to find a home without Internet in a city. In some small towns, you could find places without Internet, but in the capitals of the world, such as Washington D.C., New York, even if it's not the capital of the US, is something we call capital of the world. Berlin, Caracas, New Delhi, etc. It's really unlikely to find a house without Internet. Of course, we are not talking about those houses that live in extreme poverty. That is another subject. Okay, so let's go on. What is the role of HTML in the web? And so glad you ask. This is the fundamental question if we want to work with HTML, because first we need to understand what actually is. For the creation of the HTML, it took more time and more thinking on the subject. At about the same time the Internet opened up for businesses, some physicists at CERN, the European Particle Physics Laboratory, released an authoring language and distribution system they developed for creating and sharing multimedia-enabled, integrated electronic documents over the Internet. And so was born Hypertext Markup Language, that we know as HTML, by the hands of Tim Berners-Lee. And of course, comes the birth of browser software and the web. No longer did authors have to distribute the work as fragmented collections of pictures, sounds, and the text. HTML unified those elements. Moreover, the work system enabled hypertext linking, whereby documents automatically reference other documents located anywhere around the world. Less imagined, more productive than online. After this, something really amazing came to light, and it was that some bright students and faculty at the National Center for Supercomputing Application (NCSA) at the University of Illinois Urbana campaign brought a browser called Mosaic. Although designed primarily for viewing HTML documents, the software also had built-in tools to access the much more prolific resources on the Internet, such as FTP archive of software and government-organized collection of documents. Okay, so now let's go to the final question of this video. Where is the Internet heading to? HTML has great power now with new technologies. Don't get me wrong, it's not the only one. The public and private expenses of technologies based on the Internet has increased incredibly. I don't have numbers to tell, but I know it's really big. Someone, for example, such as Mark Zuckerberg, made his fortune because of Facebook, and the amazing application and social network, called Facebook of course, he created a decade ago. The Internet is always gaining more ground. Thanks to the creation and the spread of the Internet around the world, businesses have created a lot of jobs in the technological market. All our life is now on the web. For example, if you want to meet with somebody, you can just send a message via WhatsApp, If you want to look at someone's photo, you can go to Instagram or Facebook, even Twitter. Do you want to know where is your friend right now? Sorry, do you want to know where your friend is right now? Okay, Foursquare got you covered. And this is not the only thing we now have. Thanks to the internet, we are now learning online with the so-called MOOCs. We can meet people from around the world and even ask for a couch to sleep on, right? Go to Couchsurfing and you'll see. The internet is probably the most powerful tool never created. We can do a lot of things with it, and it is always increasing. I mean, the crowd that is gaming is always increasing. The next step for us is virtual reality. That's where the internet is heading to. Probably in a decade or less time, we could go to Paris without even going there, but we could perhaps live the experience or seeing the Eiffel Tower thanks to virtual reality. Who knows? Well folks, this is all for this video. I hope to see you soon in another video.